The biggest mistake you're making at Costco right now is waiting for April to start your spring refresh. I've spent 15 years tracking the inventory cycles and logistics of these massive warehouses. And here's the cold, hard truth. By the time you actually smell the tulips outside, the best home finds for 2026 are already marked deleted and sitting in your neighbor's living room. The spring season in the retail world actually peaks in February. And if you aren't hunting the aisles with a strategist eye this week, you're essentially fighting for leftovers. I'm Kaka, and after a decade and a half of analyzing supply chains and retail trends, I can tell you that what you see on the surface, the pallets of toilet paper and the rotisserie chickens, is just a distraction. The real gold is hidden in the limited drop sections that most people walk right past. You're probably feeling that post-winter itch to purge the clutter and brighten up the space, but your bank account is likely whispering, "Be careful." I get it. But what if I told you that 2026 is the year Costco finally killed the designer markup? But it gets even crazier than just a good price. Take a look at the viral refrigerator sofa that's hitting select warehouses right now. I know it sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie or a bachelor pad fever dream, but this is the ultimate knowledge gap item. People think it's a gimmick until they realize it's a high-end, top-grain leather sectional with a built-in, whisper-quiet compressor drawer. It's the kind of high-stakes engineering that usually costs five figures at a boutique showroom in Soho. But here it is, tucked between the bulk cashews and the gym socks. If you see it, you don't think about it. You grab a flatbed. Now, you might be asking, "Kaka, I don't need a fridge in my couch. I just want my house to look expensive." That brings us to the Thomasville Alessia 60-inch accent cabinet. This is the hidden find of the season. It features wire-brushed Art Deco doors and antique brass hardware that looks like it was pulled straight from a Pottery Barn catalog. Except at Costco, you're paying about 40% of the designer price. I've seen similar pieces go for $1,200. But this is the secret. Costco buys the entire production run of these specific designs, which is why you won't find this exact model anywhere else. But it gets better for those of us who aren't looking to refurnish the whole house. If you want an immediate mood shift for under $20, you have to find the new hand-hooked accent rugs. They've brought these back for 2026 with designs like the bumblebee motif and the bold red cherry. These aren't those cheap, printed mats that disintegrate after one rainy afternoon. These are textured, dimensional pieces that add actual weight to a room. I've seen people buying 4 or 5 at a time to use in entryways and kitchens, and I'm telling you, the bumblebee design is going to be the first to vanish. Stick with me here, because we haven't even touched the tech that's actually going to change your utility bills. The Brio Simple W3 filtered water dispenser is a countertop powerhouse that connects directly to your water line. In my years of reviewing home appliances, this is the first time I've seen a tri-temp unit, hot, cold, and room temp, at this price point that doesn't require a plumber to spend 4 hours in your kitchen. It eliminates the plastic jug tax and the visual clutter of those bulky filters. It's sleek, it's industrial grade, and it's arguably the smartest home upgrade you can make this spring. And for the tech-obsessed who think they've seen everything, look up. Literally. The TCL 98-inch Q2 Mini LED TV is a wall filler that redefined my expectations for home cinema this year. Usually, when a screen gets that big, the contrast goes to mush. But with the mini LED tech they've packed into the 2026 model, the blacks are deep enough to lose yourself in. It's a statement piece that turns a living room into a theater overnight. I know this sounds like a lot to process, but we are just scratching the surface of what's actually on the floor. I've found 17 more items that are even more hidden than these, including a cloud-like sectional that rivals the $8,000 versions you see on TikTok, and a garden mural stake that solves the ugly fence problem forever. If you're finding value in this breakdown and want to beat the resellers to the punch, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm doing the legwork so you don't have to waste your Saturday wandering the aisles. Now, if you thought the furniture was the only thing moving fast, you haven't seen what's happening in the invisible sections of the warehouse. The middle aisles are currently undergoing a massive seasonal transition, and the smartest move you can make right now isn't looking for what's on sale. It's looking for what's about to be impossible to find. Take a look at the serene 6-piece fabric modular sectional. I know what you're thinking. Kaka, it's just another gray couch. But in the design world, this is the ultimate cloud couch, dupe of 2026. While luxury showrooms are charging $12,000 for that oversized, feather-filled aesthetic, this unit is hitting warehouses for a fraction of that. The secret is the responsible down standard feather-wrapped foam. It gives you that sink-in feeling without the sofa looking like a deflated balloon after 3 months. But here's the high-stakes warning. Because this qualifies for the Costco Direct savings right now, these are being snapped up by interior designers who resell them for double. If you see the taupe color in your local store, that's your signal to move. But it gets even better when we talk about reclaiming your space. Every spring, we promise ourselves we're going to get organized, and then we buy those flimsy plastic bins that crack the first time you stack them. Forget those. The 2026 Knowledge Gap find is the Safe Rack storage bin rack. This isn't just a shelf. It's a heavy-duty, NSF-certified system designed specifically to hold those iconic 27-gallon black and yellow bins. Instead of playing Tetris with your holiday decor or camping gear, you slide these bins in like drawers. It turns a chaotic garage into a high-efficiency warehouse. I've seen professional organizers buy 5 of these at a time because, quite frankly, there isn't a better value-to-durability ratio on the market right now. Now, you might be asking, what about the stuff that actually makes my home feel like spring? This is where the outdoor transition gets interesting. The Mirador aluminum pergola is the big-ticket item that's causing a stir. Most people see the $2,000 price tag and keep walking. But as someone who has spent 15 years looking at construction costs, let me tell you, you cannot hire a contractor to build a permanent, louvered structure with an integrated gutter system for anywhere near that price. It's fully aluminum, which means it won't rust or rot like those cedar sets. It's the difference between a seasonal patio and an outdoor room that adds actual appraisal value to your home. But you don't have to spend thousands to win the spring game. The real hidden home find for 2026 is the Stylecraft 3-panel garden mural stakes. This is a design trick I've used for years. If you have an ugly chain-link fence or a bare side yard, you don't need expensive landscaping. These steel murals stand nearly 5 feet tall and feature laser-cut floral designs that act as outdoor wallpaper. They're under $90, but they look like custom ironwork from a high-end garden gallery. I've noticed they're stocking these right next to the 1-gallon butterfly bushes, and if you pair the two, you've basically just designed a professional garden for under $200. Here's the secret, though. The lighting is where most people fail. They buy those dollar store solar stakes that die by July. Instead, look for the GTX solar LED pathway lights. These are die-cast alloy with actual glass lenses, not plastic. They put out 25 lumens, which is significantly brighter than your average solar light. It's that mood lighting that makes a house look expensive from the curb. Stick with me, Because the final layer of a spring 2026 refresh happens in the two rooms where you actually spend your time, the kitchen and the bedroom. This is where the hidden finds get personal. And if you're in the Midwest right now, there is one specific item that is causing absolute chaos in the aisles. I'm talking about the Ninja Footy Possible Cooker Pro Plus. I know, another slow cooker, right? Wrong. In my 15 years of tracking home tech, I haven't seen a multi-cooker this versatile at the Costco price point. It's an 11-in-1 system that actually sears and sautés directly in the pot before you switch to slow cook. The hidden part? It comes with an integrated spoon that rests on the lid handle, a small detail that solves the messy counter pain point we all deal with. In Chicago and Detroit warehouses, these are flying off the pallets because they're currently $50 off. It's the ultimate knowledge gap appliance. People think they need a stovetop and an oven for a gourmet meal, but this thing proves you just need one outlet and a bit of counter space. But it's not just the big gadgets. The real MVP for a clean spring kitchen is the MIU Silicone Splatter Guard Set. For under $25, you get a 2-pack of these food-grade, BPA-free guards that fit every pan from 10 to 12 inches. Here's why this is a strategic buy. Mesh screens are a nightmare to clean and eventually rust. These are dishwasher-safe and double as strainers or cooling mats. It's a tiny investment that literally saves you 30 minutes of scrubbing grease off your backsplash every week. That's what I call a luxury of time find. Now, let's talk about that $20 bedroom upgrade I promised. If you want to make your bed feel like a 5-star hotel for the price of a pizza, you need to find the Fusion LED fairy light candles. They are real wax candles, but they're embedded with micro LED strings that wrap around the inside. When you turn them on, the entire candle glows with this ethereal, high-end shimmer that you usually only see in luxury spa boutiques. They come in a 5-pack for about $20. Pro tip, place them on different levels. 1 on the nightstand, 2 on a dresser, 1 on a bookshelf. It completely changes the vibe of the room after the sun goes down, without the fire hazard of real flames. And for the expert's choice for spring 2026, it's the Hotel Grand Feather and Down pillows. They just refreshed these with a 500 thread count cover, and you're getting a 2-pack for under $30. In the world of bedding, that is an absolute steal. Most luxury pillows use synthetic fill that clumps after 3 washes. These stay lofted and breathable, which is crucial as the nights start getting warmer. I've seen similar quality at department stores for $80 per pillow. At Costco, you're basically getting one for free. Here's the thing. Spring 2026 isn't about buying more stuff. It's about buying the right stuff that makes your daily life feel more seamless. Whether it's that 98-inch TCL screen we talked about earlier or a $10 faux fur accent pillow, the goal is to create a space that actually serves you. I've put together a Costco spring cheat sheet with every item number and price mentioned in this series. If you want a copy, just drop a comment below with the word list, and I'll make sure you're ready for your next warehouse run. And if you missed the earlier sections, go back and catch up before the deleted tags start appearing on these items. I'm Kaka. This is Cost Kaka, and I'll see you in the next one.